if you start to avoid that, you create, then it sets off a whole chain reaction. So if you were to bend forward and try and pick something heavy up and set off a terrible pain in your back, then the next time you go to bend, the threat of that terrible pain turns on a fear reaction inside you. That fear grips you so that you start to bend, and then your stomach lurches, your mouth dries, your heart beats, everything inside you is screaming, don't do this, it is dangerous. And so then you don't, you stop. And it's such a powerful thing that occurs in that moment. So then you don't bend forward, even though this time you're not going to pick up anything. And every time you start to move forward, this fear response turns on, because it's very, very powerful self-preservation. The fact that it is not sensible has got nothing to do with what turns the fear on. It is something which is, it's kind of deep. It's in your lizard brain. It is something which just says, danger, danger, don't go there. This is no good. And so because you now can't bend, you now can bend, and you sort of just explore, and you're in a hypervigilant mode. You just go to bend forward slightly, and you think, oh, that's okay. Oh, no, can't go further than that, because your whole body, this fear is coursing through your body. Everything's hyped up. You find you can do 20 degrees, and that's all you can do. And so now this starts to interfere with a vast number of things in your life. And the ability, you find that you can't put your shoes on, you can't get down to pick things up, you can't put your pants on. It starts to intrude and intrude and intrude. And very quickly, your pain starts to trim the edges of your life, so that now you become quite disabled. So the one episode when you had an awful pain now turns on this overwhelming fear, which stops you from actually doing a whole range of things in your life. And a lot of those things are stuff that you enjoy, or stuff that you just have to do. So when the Scandinavians and others looked at the tie-up between fear and pain, they found that it was probably the most powerful predictor that will turn an acute pain into a persisting chronic pain. That's amazingly powerful, and it works through fear, avoidance, hypervigilance, then catastrophizing, because now every time you go to make a movement, you imagine the worst. And then it becomes more and more generalized. And now, instead of not being able to move forward, you can't move back, you can't twist. Now you can't drive your car. Now you can't, and it's on and on and on. So that one episode of very significant pain, which evokes fear, and the fear powers down the thinking part of your brain, it then will intrude in this way until it takes over your life. That powerful. And really, it's once you recognize that there is this fear and how powerful the fear is, once you recognize the power of reactive pain, which is an expectation. So you think, oh yes, no, that because this has happened, it's going to happen again. Because it's happened now in the middle of winter when it's freezing and there's snow and stuff all around, it'll happen in the summer, and so I can't do my summer holiday. That's actually not correct. The summer is going to be 6 months away. In those 6 months, you will have worked on and sorted out, because at the moment you are, and everybody in our wonderful club and our community is actually working on the processes that feed our pain. So once you can down-regulate all the nutty things that your pain system does, once you start to turn that down and you find the limits of what your body is capable of without all the other stuff, as much as you can, then you can start to gradually increase what you do. That, which is what our 30-day challenge was about. And as you do that, and as the weather starts warming and then the sun comes out and the birds start singing and the sap rises in all of us, you'll find that in fact you can do more. And that as it's just, you'll find that. And this is because we are self-healing and self-regenerating organisms. You may have some pain, but the disability, what it stops you from doing, how it used to interfere with your life but no longer does, that's what you're working on.